on the custodial facilities. Is it the management of a weakness within the system, either on physical security or internal sabotage? My answer is so simple. The security situation of every space, community, society, and nation reflects on all aspects of that society, community, and nation. So, whatever we are witnessing in the custodial facility is a fallout of the challenges we are having nationally. Please take that. Now, as to the specific causes, what I will say is this. It's not specific, it's a little bit varied and diverse. Yes, attacks could be for the release of specific persons in the centers, or simply to embarrass the government. But whatever is the cause, our duty is to make the custodial facilities impregnable, so as to enforce the will of the state on those who are legally to be kept there. That's our own responsibility. And we are committed to ensuring that it's not just only to enforce the will of the state by making sure that nobody that is legally put in custody is let out. It's to prevent the dangers of society will be exposed to should they be out before their time. That being established, there are things I must not even say because of the confidentiality and security implication of such things. What is clear is this: the state, as a state, and I don't know if I have to define what a state is, will never allow anybody to trample on its authority as an enforcing medium. So whoever attacks our facility has already violated the sacred rule of the state. And wherever he runs to in the world, we are after such a person, and we'll get him. Go and look at how long it took Escobar to escape justice. He was invariably brought to justice. So, all the criminals that feel they can at will test our will as a government will ultimately face their comeuppance, and justice will catch up with them. Take that as an assurance for me. Dr. Leon of the Nigerian Tribune. Emails on the run. I'll give you. No, I have it here. Don't worry yourself. I have it here. Summary of attacks from 2020 to date. We have total escaped inmates 4,860. Recaptured 954. Still at large 3,106. Dr. Leon, that's the fact. Breakdown is here, but that's just the summary. I didn't have the name of the man who required for the role the FFS played at Ikoyi. The same man. Dr. Leon. at Ikoyi, the Federal Fire Service responded promptly with all the other emergency responders. And our Deputy Controller General Operation was there throughout. And that's the highest level of deployment. So be rest assured that we do not in any way shirk our responsibility. As we are smart in outlook, we are smart in operation. AFP, I couldn't get your name, but I know you represent AFP. Boko Haram in Lagos, to confirm, I have no such. And let me first of all tell you why you must take my word for it. I received intelligence report on security every day. This most people don't know. The only person that gets more intelligence than my office is the president. From all agencies, I get reports on a daily basis. I have no such record that Boko Haram cell is in Lagos. So if there is no cell in Lagos, there is no return to report to you about. John Bosco. I like your name. I just like your name. No, the name is militant. We are on the attackers. A couple of them were arrested in Imo, but I will tell you we're on them. And they know we're on them. They can run. They can never hide. Do I abuse my office? The answer is capital no. It's a pity that such a report will come from a human rights organization. That is what we call high wire hagiography. Hagiography. You know the meaning of hagiography. So it's paid for. It's an asset job paid for to discredit me. I was a governor in that state for 8 years. What else do I need from the state than to be a father of all? I've told Nigerians that I will never ever run for senatorial ticket. So if I want to run for senatorial ticket, what do I need to do in the place? Please dismiss it from your mind as a figment of imagination of whoever put that together. I do not abuse. I did abuse my office as a governor. I did abuse my office as a minister, as a commissioner for works and infrastructure in Lagos. What do I now need to abuse my office? What for? When I have enough things on my hand to grapple with. Please take it out of your mind. It does not exist. It only exists in the fertile imagination of the agrographer who put that together. I thank you. Oh, there's a question I've not answered. Corruption in NIS. I want to believe I dwelt on this extensively in my speech, but probably to re-emphasize it, we are working hard at it and we are sure we will get rid of it. I thank you.
Another set of questions?
It's okay.
Last set of questions now. Gloria.
Yes.
I just want to receive national figure or for specific reasons.
That is global from 2020 to date.
Recording and waiting trials, and in previous.
I'm more than disturbed. That answers that. I'm more than disturbed. I'm worried. But as to how what's our response? First of all, let's define rules. Government departments, ministries and agencies have defined responsibility. The government as a whole is joint. Government is not separated, but government in its delivery of services allocates roles to ministries departments and agencies. The custodial, the correctional service role is purely to hold in custody errant member of the public, either as suspects or as convicts. I'm worried that a single person that should be in our care is freed forcibly. So it's painful and worrisome. As to why do we have a huge proportion of awaiting trial? That's the question for all of us. Because 99% of the awaiting trial inmates in our custodial facility are state offenders. 99%. I'll have said 100%, but 99% of the awaiting trial inmates are what? State offenders. But because of our laws in Nigeria, the subnationals, the states and local governments do not have separate custodial facility. So that is why they are where they are. As to reducing their number and the congestion consequently the custodial facility, the state jurisdictions, the state authorities with their judiciary will have to work together with us as we initiated in 2020. And we have set the parameters for releasing them. So your question properly should be channeled at that level for any effect. But as to us, there is nothing we have left undone. That's there is a federal body that is committed to the congestion of the facilities, but that body can only work within its own rule. It cannot compel subnationals to release. I hope I'm understood in that regard. Yeah, it's hampering our operation and it's putting pressure on us financially because we have to feed them. Besides even the question of making the cost, the custodial facilities impregnable, we have to feed them. It's expensive feeding them. It's expensive sustaining their health. It's expensive, protecting the facility. Very, very expensive. But of course, as a nation, that's our primary responsibility, and we are committed to doing it. The lady said, why are we having difficulty with BVN? Yes. There are over 200 million, my sister, there are over 200 million Nigerians. Criminals who want to evade the law will not come where the profile we have obtained can be checked. But how long can they run away from the law? That's the question. And that is the strength of the state. The state is a patient board. You can run, but you can never hide. I've given you the case of Escobar. Escobar ran, but Escobar was ultimately apprehended. So the state is patient. What is best is for you not to break the law. All those who have offended our laws in whatever form must realize that the state has one thing now on them. We have their biometrics. Whenever and wherever they appear to transact any legitimate business, their cover will be blown. Their identity will expose them. That should be your joy. That there cannot be anonymity again in crime commission or in criminality. Is that clear? Rail track protection. We will continue to do what we can. And let me tell you something that I want to take home. Yes, we admit that we are not really up to the antics of the criminals. They are today a step ahead of us. But as we are learning about their desperation to create problems for Nigerians, we are equally evolving capacity to outdo them And we shall outrun them, we shall outdo them, we shall make it possible for them to terrorize Nigerians.
If they are a step ahead of you, how are you confident they will go?
Well, I'm human. As a state, what I have to say, what I've told you, they will never continue to outdo us. We shall soon outpace them, outrun them, outdo them, and prevent them from acting. That you take away. Whether we believe it or not, it's a question of your faith in us as an administration. I have faith in our capacity to outrun them, to outdo them, to neutralize them. I have no doubt in my mind. But I must admit that for the crimes that are committed so far, yes, there is space ahead. But they will not have that advantage for long. Tell no lies, claim no easy victory. That's my dictum. Viewers television, banditry and porous border. What? Oh, well, I must tell you this because it's quite interesting. I didn't talk about it in the. We are evolving a strategy that will man every ward. Before we even emplace the satellite surveillance system, which we call e-border system, which will come very soon, we're almost concluding the deal with Huawei. We are reinvigorating the Nigeria Immigration Service to have operatives at each level of Nigeria community, such that strange faces can easily be identified, profiled, and indicated. So, and that will check to a large extent the effect of the porous border. And let me explain to you why the border is porous. Because we always tend to overlook some basic facts that are there for us to see. The boundary lines of African states are imaginary and artificial. Where you have communities of similar ethnic nationality, sub-ethnic nationalities, and people divided by an imaginary line, what do you expect? How do you prevent a Yoruba man in Nigeria, situated along the borderline between Benin Republic, from dealing with his own kid and kin on the other side, because one portion is called Nigeria, another portion is called the Republic. So in his head, he does not see that line. So what we are doing is to develop capacity to engage the communities and make them have commitment with their fatherland. And that takes a lot of effort. Nigeria Boundary Commission is involved, we are involved. It's gamut of things that we have to do. But we are not, because of this, saying that we do not have responsibility to Nigeria. We have responsibility to Nigeria. And we are doing our best to ensure that, regardless of the factors, our borders are protected. I told you we have 4 operating bases where we are constantly patrolling to ensure that our borders are not violated. And there is an aspect that most of us don't even think about. It's called transhumance. Transhumance is the protocol governing movement of animals. We don't even, and it's an ECOWAS protocol. So we are putting everything in place. We're encouraging Nigerians to support our effort. But what is important is this: the commitment and dedication of our administration to limit whatever challenge that we have there and increase our confidence in protecting our borders, our community, and our people. And one principal one is what I just told you now. We are repositioning NIS, Nigerian Immigration Service, to be able to identify dangerous individuals who come from across the border to create problems for us. And we are going to get there.